I'm Jeff Pyle with Quality Thermistor. I'm the Director of Marketing. Quality Thermistor is an electronics temperature sensor manufacturer. We've been headquartered in Boise since 1977. We have dual plant capabilities in Tecate, Mexico. The facility in Idaho is designed primarily for aerospace, military, and space level parts. As an example, we've got parts on the new Mars rover that launches in 2011. So we'll be the only people in Idaho that have parts on Mars. So we're kind of proud of that. We have a commercial division in Tecate, Mexico. We do primarily medical disposable, durable medical goods, and then just general commercial grade parts, higher volume parts down in Mexico. What we're doing different as far as our competitors are, Teresa and I were talking about this a little bit ago, we've really forced our engineering department and our sales department to find out what the problem is with the customer and solve it, as opposed to just having them pick out of a catalog. A lot of our competitors are just doing that. These are the 4 or 5 things you can select, and that's about it. We're offering them variety with our engineering department and our technical knowledge from the aerospace side of things, that we can actually look at their designs and do some modeling for them and help them out with their problems. One of the other industries that we're really focusing on is refrigeration. It's evident everywhere. Every time you go to the grocery store, there's miles and miles of refrigeration cabinets. And one of the issues that they face is freezing and thawing inside those units. And when that happens, moisture gets into the temperature sensor. And that's one of the things that we've come up with, a new product that's completely waterproof, and we're actually targeting that towards those specific industries, which is an industry we haven't really played with at all in the past. So. We've got 2 different competition bases. One, almost all of them are headquartered down in Southern California, and they're smaller competitors specializing in just HVAC or just refrigeration or just consumer goods. As far as the military side, we don't have that much competition. We hold more military specifications and NASA specifications than anyone else. As far as international competition, they're by an order of magnitude larger. It's the Honeywells, it's the General Electrics. And again, they're forcing those customers to just choose things out of catalogs and not make any special modifications unless they want millions and millions of pieces. So we're nicely fit in that middle ground of being able to customize things for customers, as well as with our facility in Mexico to be able to do enough volume that we can help them out. One of the things that started about 4 years ago, Tech Help out of Boise State came in and did a little talk on lean manufacturing. And so we spent a considerable amount of time making our shop floor run smoother and whatnot. And then we had the epiphany, hey, if it worked on the shop floor, why can't it work in the front office? So we really started asking questions, why are we doing this, and who all is looking at the paper? And then you start asking people, well, I gave you that report, I don't do anything with it, I just file it right here. So you start asking questions, or we've also had issues where 3 or 4 people need the same document, and instead of doing this paper trail, we've just printed it to PDF and then made it available on the server. We also had a huge issue with Mexico. Everything they did was paper-based, so they would print out all their reports and whatnot, and then they would mail them to us up here, and we would scan them and do whatever with them, or just file and cabinet. And now we've decided to have them scan it down there and just send it to us electronically. So we're an aerospace company, and we're an AS9100 company. That requires us to have documentation. I'm sure you guys have seen when a plane accident occurs, and they'll track it back to whatever little product. We have to trace our products all the way back, even the solder, we have to trace that all the way back to who we bought it from for the original manufacturing lot. So paperwork for us is very important. And like you said, when we had a fire in Tecate, it's critical that if that paper were destroyed, we'd be out of luck. But now, we're moving towards that electronic document control. It's relieved a lot of the headaches that we've got. We had brought an employee back who worked for us about 4.5 years ago. And when she was here, we had 13 filing cabinets, 4-drawer filing cabinets, and probably 3 hours of her day was spent filing purchase orders and customer orders and just documents. We don't have those filing cabinets anymore. We gave them all away. It's all gone. It's all paperless. So she was just in heaven coming back to her job. I don't have to do this anymore. It's great. So, and plus we had the issue of, and everyone does, someone puts the file in the wrong filing folder and then it's lost. And you have to go through drawers trying to find where you put that document. And now that we're electronic, it's a lot easier to do things. One more thing on the paperless we talked about, we'd gone through and cleaned out our stock room of just paper stuff. And we had, I don't know if you're familiar with the large 55-gallon recycling bins. We did 36 of them.
Are you kidding me?
36 containers.
Wow.
Yeah, of just stuff we were hanging on to. And now it's all electronic, it's stored, it's easy, and it can all be backed up on a small little tape for us. We like Fishers because they help us with our problems. Like I said, when we decided to make that step towards paperless, you guys came in and did several presentations on document management programs, as well as a variety of different training techniques on different scanners that are available, because we just had a mountain of paperwork that we needed to get under control. And it was nice to have Teresa be able to come in and just say, no, this is not what you need to do, this is how you need to do it, and just be able to use your guys' expertise and not have to make 4 or 5 mistakes before we find the solution. So it was nice having someone to go to. We were able to use Fisher's background and what they had seen in the marketplace that other people are doing, as opposed to us trying to go down one path and find it was the wrong, and restart and go down another path and find out that was wrong. So it was nice to have that experience with that resource that we could tap. Our founder was an aerospace engineer down in Southern California, and he enjoyed fishing and hunting and the outdoors, and looked at a couple different places and decided he could make a better thermistor than anyone else, and thought of Boise, Idaho as just the perfect place for that. So picked up and moved the company. It's kind of the traditional American success story. Started it out of his garage and grew it to a nice sized company.